Jeff the Land Shark is an adorable yet surprisingly formidable character in Marvel's rival champions. Originally introduced in Marvel Comics as a lovable pet of Gwenpool, Jeff brings a playful energy to the game while packing a surprising punch in battle. Despite his small stature and cute demeanor, he's a scrappy fighter with abilities that make him a unique asset in your team. Whether it's his shark-themed attacks or his knack for surprising opponents with unexpected moves, Jeff proves that size doesn't matter when it comes to heroics in Marvel rival champions. While Jeff the Land Shark hasn't been featured in many games, his skill kit in Marvel rival champions would likely reflect his playful and unique personality. Here's an imagined skill kit inspired by his character from the comics. Passive skill. Adorable Menace. Jeff gains increased dodge chance when targeted by larger enemies. Enemies that miss attacks on Jeff are inflicted with embarrassment, reducing their attack power for a short duration. Basic attack. Chompy Chomp. Jeff bites the opponent, dealing moderate damage and applying a bleed effect over time. Has a chance to ignore defensive buffs on enemies due to his persistent nature. Special skill 1. Shark Swirl. Jeff spins around in a flurry of aquatic energy, damaging all nearby enemies and applying a slow effect, reducing their movement and attack speed. Special skill 2. Land Shark Leap. Jeff leaps high and crashes down onto an enemy, dealing burst damage and stunning them briefly. If the enemy is already affected by a debuff, this skill deals bonus damage. Ultimate skill. Tidal Terror. Jeff summons a massive wave that washes over the battlefield, damaging all enemies and cleansing debuffs from allies. Enemies hit are knocked back and temporarily disoriented. Synergy. Team Mascot. Jeff boosts morale for the team, increasing ally critical hit chance and health regeneration slightly while he's on the battlefield. This playful kit balances his endearing personality with combat prowess, making Jeff both fun and effective to use. If you'd like, I can adjust these concepts. Suggested playstyle for Jeff the Land Shark in Marvel rival champions. Jeff the Land Shark is a versatile, distraction-oriented fighter with strong utility and surprising burst damage. His playstyle focuses on leveraging his agility and unique debuff mechanics to frustrate enemies and support allies. Here are some key tips for playing Jeff effectively. Stay mobile. Jeff thrives on dodging and weaving through enemy attacks, thanks to his adorable Menace passive. Focus on positioning him to avoid heavy hitters while chipping away at their health with his Chompy Chomp and bleed effects. Exploit debuffs. Use Shark Swirl to slow down enemies and control the pace of the fight. Pair this with his Land Shark Leap to maximize damage against already debuffed foes. He's particularly effective in disrupting enemy synergy by making key targets less effective. Team support role. While Jeff is small, his presence boosts the team's morale with Team Mascot. Keep him alive to enjoy the extra critical hit chance and health regeneration for allies, which can be critical in drawn-out battles. Pick the right targets. Jeff excels at harassing enemies who rely on precise attacks or buffs. Target support or ranged characters who may struggle with his mobility and status effects. Timing the ultimate. Save Tidal Terror for key moments when the team is under heavy pressure. The wave not only deals significant damage but also cleanses allies of debuffs, turning the tide of battle in your favor. Pun intended. Synergy with allies. Pair Jeff with crowd control heavy heroes to amplify his impact. Heroes who can apply additional debuffs will set him up for massive damage bursts with his skills. He also works well with tanks who can draw attention away from him. Summary. Jeff's playstyle focuses on being an annoying, slippery threat that weakens enemies and supports allies. While he may not be the primary damage dealer, his debuff mechanics, mobility, and team-wide boosts make him an invaluable member of any squad. Mastering Jeff involves outmaneuvering opponents and capitalizing on his unique charm and combat tricks. In Marvel rival champions, Jeff the Land Shark shines as a versatile and fun companion, but he works best when paired with certain heroes that complement his strengths and mitigate his weaknesses. Here's a breakdown of the best types of teammates to include in a team with Jeff. Ideal team companions for Jeff the Land Shark. Tanks to absorb damage. Jeff is small, agile, and relatively fragile. Pairing him with a tank helps protect him while he nibbles away at enemies. Examples. Hulk draws enemy attention with taunts, giving Jeff time to use his bleed and debuff mechanics. Luke Cage adds durability to the team with shields and damage mitigation. Debuff synergist. Jeff thrives in fights where enemies are debuffed, as his abilities like Land Shark Leap deal bonus damage to such targets. Examples. Scarlet Witch inflicts multiple debuffs like confusion and weakness, setting up Jeff for devastating attacks. Spider-Man Miles Morales' Venom Blast stuns enemies, providing easy targets for Jeff's combos. Healers or support heroes. Jeff's team mascot passive already boosts morale, but adding dedicated healers or buffers can keep him alive longer and enhance his utility. Examples: Doctor Strange provides healing and team-wide buffs to amplify Jeff's survivability. Squirrel Girl matches Jeff's playful energy while healing and summoning additional distractions. Crowd control. Specialist enemies slowed or stunned are easier for Jeff to target with his bite and leap abilities. Examples: Storm. Her area of effect slows and stuns perfectly complement Jeff's battlefield control. Black Widow disorients and incapacitates enemies, letting Jeff safely deal damage. Area damage dealers. Jeff's tidal terror spreads chaos across the battlefield, making area damage dealers even more effective. Examples: Iron Man. His AoE laser and missile attacks devastate grouped-up enemies softened by Jeff's wave. Rocket Raccoon adds explosive firepower, making Jeff's disruptive playstyle even more impactful. Playstyle tips with team companions. Frontline diversion. Let tanks like Hulk or Luke Cage take point while Jeff flanks, applying bleed and debuffs. Combo setups. Coordinate Jeff's debuff reliant abilities with heroes who can slow or weaken enemies. Stay safe. Keep Jeff in motion, using healers or support heroes to counteract his lack of durability. Ultimate coordination. Save tidal terror. For moments when area damage heroes or crowd control abilities can capitalize on the chaos. Sample team lineup. Jeff the Landshark, agile debuffer and morale booster. Hulk, tank and crowd control specialist. Scarlet Witch, debuff master and range damage dealer. Doctor Strange, healer and buffer to keep the team sustained. This lineup ensures Jeff can shine as both a disruptor and team mascot, turning his small stature into big battlefield advantages. Playing as Jeff the Landshark in Marvel Rivals is pure joy. His small stature and adorable design hide a scrappy, playful fighter packed with surprises. Whether he's chomping enemies, leaping into action, or summoning waves with his ultimate, Jeff keeps the battle dynamic and entertaining. His quirky animations and hilarious interactions bring humor to every fight, while his morale-boosting abilities make him a beloved team mascot. Winning with Jeff feels extra satisfying, proving that even the smallest hero can make a big splash. If you're looking for fun, charm, and chaos, Jeff is your perfect pick.